So my session is around bootstrapping. I mean, we bootstrapped all the way for last 6, 7 years since the time we are there in the market. So I'll give you a quick overview about Konnect Insights. Konnect Insights is an omni-channel customer experience management platform, primarily in social listening, analytics, response management, social CRM, we do all that. So the problem statement is in today's world when a brand wants to listen to the customers can come from any given channel. They might come on social media, and social media has so many channels like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Then there are call centers, then there are chats, the mediums from which the customers can reach out to you are many, and hence the brand needs to listen to you, learn from you, engage with you, or come up with all kinds of marketing insights. So that's what we do as a product. So just a quick overview of what we do. We bring in data from all possible channels anywhere on the web. So we are a platform that crawls millions and millions of web sources. We crawl every single blog, forum, news, consumer forum, review sites, everything that is available via APIs of the social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google Business Reviews, app reviews, etc., etc. We bring in everything for you in one unified platform. So as a brand, you can listen to all those queries, understand the sentiment, understand the product aspects within which people are talking about you, understand how you fare against the competition. So it's a SaaS product that has been used by many top customers worldwide, and these are some of our customers who use our solution. They come from various industries. So any B2C customer is, B2C brand is our potential customer. So we have customers from banking, financial services, aviation, automobiles, fintech, edtech, QSR. In fact, you name any QSR brand in India, they are our customers. We have global mandates of some of these brands as well. Many automobile companies we have, a lot of mobile companies. Apart from one or two mobile phones, we have every single mobile phone globally using our product. So it's a product that is widely used, so how we built it is probably the story of this session, and how we bootstrapped all the way, and we still managed to do it. You can imagine that the kind of data that we bring in requires a lot of servers that are horizontally distributed. We spend a lot of money on servers. We spend a lot of money to get this enterprise level data. Some of these customers who pay us, I'll give you some idea of what is the yearly billing. It's anywhere between 8 to 10 lakhs to start with, to on the higher side 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs a year is what these customers pay. And in certain cases, there are few customers who pay us even more than 1 crore, right? But that's not how we started. When we started, we couldn't get first few customers, and that is my story today about how we bootstrapped. And from there, you can draw some insights and how you can still go and build a company if you have the right intent, and money shouldn't be the problem. That's my learning for last 6, 7 years, and I'm going to tell our story a bit, and in the process, give you some good insights on how you can still scale, how you can still build, a product that's meant for the world without the VC funding. Okay, again, disclaimer, I'm not against any kind of VC funding or something, but that's our story. And every story can be different. Like how you build your company would be way different than what others have done, right? So you can always draw inspiration, but can have your own ways of building the company. So I'll share some of the insights that we achieved over a period of time. One more slide on what we do as a product, the previous slide. Just to give you some insights on what we do as a product, we have something called as the 4 pillars of omni-channel customer experience. Now, in this, right, not everything we provide. We provide social media, online web, email, offline touchpoints data, but callings and chats we don't provide. There are call center apps, contact center applications, big ones like Genesis, Avaya, right, Exotel, and stuff like that. We have integrations built with them. There are many chatbot applications like Yellow, Gupshup and all. We integrate with them, right? And I'll tell you why this strategy really works, right? I mean, this is a concept that we created called as 4 pillars of omni-channel customer experience. But when we take our product to the customer, we bring along some of these partners so that they can also sell the product, and vice versa also it works. We have very strong integrations with many platforms that are CRMs, right? I mean, we have great partnership with Salesforce. Today with Salesforce, we do great business. I mean, some of the customers that we have got because of Salesforce are Air India, Lodha, Licious, Chroma, many customers. And if you meet Salesforce people in any event, they'll say, as an AE, I sell Salesforce less, I sell Connect Insights more, right? I mean, why this has happened is because we solve some kind of problem for them when they go and sell their product, which is a social listening piece, right? And at the same time, when we take our product, we bring along some of these apps who can collectively sell to the customer. So again, one insight from anyone who is trying to build their company, figure out a way where whatever you're building is the best in the market, right? Of course, it's the product first approach. We are at this event and many of us are talking about what should be your marketing strategies, what is TAM and those typical, I wouldn't say jargons, but those factors that are important to build a company. But at the core stage, right, it's a product, right? I mean, you really have to be so involved in building the product, where after building a great product is where things like this start. Right? And one of the best strategy to do is have the best product in your space, right? It's a difficult thing, it's a difficult thing, but try to achieve excellence in what you have built and then bring along someone who can partner with you, who has their own interest to sell your product, right? I think this is the only major strategy that we have worked, because of which we have got customers where we couldn't have reached at all, right? I mean, we do meetings with MG Motors of UAE, we do meetings with Zen Bar, and we do meetings with Etisalat, right? My sales team would never reach there. But people who have the reach, who sell our product, take our product, and we never meet the customers and we do business with them. We have customers we got in Corona times like Orido, STC, and they use our product. They've upgraded to a new scale altogether. But reaching to them was difficult. And we made it possible by this strategy of integrations. So if you're a SaaS product, think of this as a SaaS 2.0, where you figure out a way to build a marketplace where you can connect the apps. You can connect the apps, and there are other parties who are selling your product. Ask yourself a question: how can a Salesforce sell my product? How can someone like Yellow sell my product? How can someone like Genesis, Avaya sell my product? How can Microsoft Dynamics sell my product? These are the questions that we asked ourselves when we had no money. We had no probably intentions of raising VC fund because what I understood was that once a company raises a VC fund, it has, let's say, $5-6 million to invest. They will typically go and invest in ads, Google, Facebook. They'll make a lot of money. US strategy is something that we need to do, but it doesn't really work, honestly. I have met so many founders who said that my intention of raising VC fund was so that I can invest in ads and I can go to US and do business. It doesn't happen. Partnerships is a much better way of doing it, and a bootstrapped way you can still achieve it, right? So this is what we did. We have integrations with all these platforms. Combined, all this is a customer centric approach that every single brand wants today. This story works with everyone. This story works with every single customer. Yeah, and just to give you more information on what we do for the product is, we have loads and loads of insights, such as what is the sentiment, what different product aspects people talk, what are your competitors talking. So we give insights on everything. We give insights on social listening. We give insights on social analytics of what you're talking. We give insights on surveys. So everything that has been spoken about the brand on anywhere on the web, whether it is people talking, you talking, or you asking the questions, we provide all kind of analytics. That's actually a video that will run, right? Never mind. Now I'll give you some more insights on who we are. I mean, this is our current picks. This is our team. At Konnect Insights, we do a lot of events on WeConnect. Looking cool, I mean, but we were not so cool a few years back when we started. This is the real, garibi wala face that we had. So this is about 4 or 5 years back, maybe 5-6 years back, when we absolutely had no money. I mean, when I started, I had 99,000 rupees in my bank account, and we couldn't even build that capital of 1 lakh, which is required to build a private limited company. So we started with a proprietary company and said, never mind. I mean, this is the idea. We purely believe in what we are trying to build, and no VC will show any interest in us if we don't have MVP. So for my MVP ka full form ढूंढने लगा, ठीक है? So that was the state when we actually started building. Some of the things that really touch me, and it's a personal experience that I believe, is that what really matters is how intense is your intent. If you're completely committed to build something, you will build it. Money won't be a problem. Today also, when we are at a scaling stage and try to get customers in US and all, we know for the fact that money is not the problem that is trying to stop us. It is the right strategy that will enable us to get business in multiple countries. We today do business in many countries. I mean, Middle East we have cracked really well. We have a few customers in Latin, we have a few customers in Southeast Asia, some in Africa. And that we have achieved really through some of the partnerships that we have done. My belief, again, is if you have 5 customers to start with, right? And you're started right now, there is every reason that you'll have 50 customers. If you have 50 customers, there is every reason that you'll have 500 customers. And if you have 500 customers, every reason that you'll have 5,000 customers. And 5,000 customers is good enough for a SaaS company. If you multiply that with my average of 20 lakhs, we are making a lot of money, right? No worries. So is there a market to get 5,000 customers? Yes, there is a huge market to get 5,000 customers. Now, if VCs reach out to us, again, we say that, fine, let's do that game again. We have done that many times. And we come up with Excel sheets, things like that, and we present, and they ask those questions, and perfectly fine, and they have that every right to ask it. But then the question that we go back and ask ourselves is, kya ye ho sakta hai without their money, right? And we find answers to it, and that's how our journey has been. I'm again saying that at some point in time, you do need VC funding to scale, no denying that. But purely what you need is money, right? I mean, it's a product, you do sales, and there is marketing that drives the sales, right? Simple, I mean, मैं सिर्फ एक सर्कल निकालता हूँ, प्रोडक्ट है, उसको बेचना है, और उसके बेचने के लिए लोगों को अपने बारे में पता होना चाहिए, वो मार्केटिंग है, राइट? आई मीन, ऑफ कोर्स देयर आर मच मोर कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज टू दिस. पैसा कहाँ से आएगा, right? And every time if your customers are giving you money, that's the best funding. I mean, we are a heavily funded company via our customers. That's our strategy. That has been our strategy right from the start, right? So this is what we were earlier, and few of them have lost their hair. Not me, but okay. And these are some of our customers initially when we started. Now it's not an easy thing to start selling your product at the price point what your competitors are selling. Okay, so let's say we today win with a company which is about $4 billion listed in New York Stock Exchange, but 9 out of the 10 times when they compete with us, we win here in India. At least here in India, we win against them, right? But this is not how will be the case when you start. First of all, you must accept that your product will not be as great as other competitors when you started initially. But you have to believe, right? But your product wouldn't be that great. So you really need to work hard towards getting those first few customers. And maybe probably for them, that buying decision where money should not be a constraint, right? If your competitor is selling your product at, let's say, 50,000 a month, can you figure out a way where you can sell with something like a 5,000 a month just to get started, so you can get some feedback and really get started? Don't offer it for free, take some money and then move forward. So this is what we did with some of these initial customers. I used to go and meet a lot of them. Couldn't hire a salesperson. So while we were building this product, we were also supporting ourselves by doing software business. So just to give you my background, I'm a software engineer. I always been a developer all my life when I started my career. So to support ourselves when we need some money, right? So we kind of build softwares, custom softwares for other companies and made some money. And to reach out to these customers, I asked one of our customer back then to give me one salesperson, and if we do a close, I'll give you 15%. So he gave me someone who would accompany me for meetings. I used to go on my Pulsar bike, gila shirt, Bombay में, ठीक है, इनको मिलते थे. 6,000 per month पे we started selling our product, and we got some customers, right? So the learning back then was also, we also tried to sell at 25,000 a month or so initially, because our competitors were probably selling it at 60,000 a month or so, but it didn't work. And then these customers actually put some trust in us, and we started. And as I said, we supported ourselves by building custom software. So my background is I worked in various companies which were into finance domain. So I worked in derivatives, mutual funds, insurance companies. So I had some contacts where I can reach out and ask them for any software development they wanted. So we made some money so that we could support ourselves. Now, talking of our team, when I started, it was along with my friend, but both of us couldn't leave the job. So he continued to work while I was developing the software. We hired 2 interns. We had actually 6 interns. 2 of them are co-founders right now. So it was a very fresh team, right? I mean, all the development, we had to do it. And at the same time train those guys and slowly and gradually build a team. Out of 8 or 9 people we had, all were software developers back then. I was the only salesperson with no sales experience prior to that. I mean, I was only a software developer, nothing else, right? I mean, I never did a product demo also. But while you start your journey, right, in that journey you will learn. Right, you will learn in that journey, provided you are really good at one thing. If you're really good at building a software, that one thing you'll surely do, but there are multiple aspects that you need to learn in terms of sales, in terms of marketing, in terms of partnerships, in terms of customer success. That will come along as you're building the product. If you're bootstrapping, then consider this route also. Or maybe if you're trying hard to reach out to the VCs and the funding is not happening, figure out a way where you can generate some money. You know, you can surely generate. And I know there are a lot of services companies who never reach out to VCs. So if they can make money, why can't a product company make it, right? And product company, if you have 5 people in your team, have 3 people doing custom software for you, and 2 people maybe probably focusing on the product. That's how we did it. And as I said, these were some of our early pricing. We started with 6,000 a month. After a few adoption of our product, we again reached out to those agencies. So who were our first customers? Our first few customers were our digital marketing agencies. Easy to reach out, right? I cannot reach someone like McDonald's or DCB Bank in my earlier days. So I reached out to the digital market, supporting our product. As long as by building that feature, if we are going to get 10 more customers because of that feature, I'm happy to do it. Like, how did we build integrations with so many platforms? There were some customers who were pressing to build it, right? And we built it. The first customer for whom we built Salesforce integration, they never paid us, but we made crores of rupees because of that integration with other customers. You know, likewise with Avaya, Genesis, Microsoft Dynamics, Freshdesk, Zendesk. We had that one strategy of partnerships. Figure out something in your space also. There would be one strategy where you probably can do things smarter way rather than pushing money and getting those things done. So that was our way of doing it. We talk about strategy a lot, right? You know, of course, our initial day strategy was to go out to the agencies and get some business, have some feedback from them. Today, our strategy is more of ISV partnership and reseller partnership. But the best strategy is always going to be your core values, right? I mean, very early in your life, figure out what are your core values of your company. And articulate them many times, right? Because there would be stages when you will have a lot of turbulence on the way. Today also, you know, if there is a week that doesn't go well and sales doesn't happen, I have to go back to my core values to understand what we are as a company, and then accordingly build our strategies around it. So I mean, the best number one strategy has to be your core values, because from there it starts. Once you have the right core values, once you have the right culture, you'll have the right team, and every person within your company will talk about those values. So these are our core values of empathy, customer success, excellence, and gratitude. It has a deep meaning. I mean, this is not something that I have created maybe in a month or in a year. It's over the years that we have articulated our core values. So if you can do that at the right of your start of your bootstrap company, it's wonderful. And okay, so as we grew, right, I mean, of course, it was not just that we had a product and we had few customers. Then came the time of scaling, right? I mean, we were building the entire data of all the websites and social media. We needed a lot of servers, right? And a lot of servers means a lot of money. Today we spend more than crores a month for servers and data, right? It's huge money. But back then I had only one server, where I started with 6,000 rupees a server, right? Which I striked a very good deal with a VPS company. Then later on went for 15,000. When I got my first customer, I was not even saving data on my servers. I was just showing the feed because no money for servers, right? But we built. I mean, we invested more, and as we had some money, like, we were doing 3-4 lakhs a month, we thought, let's experiment now. Let's build something on top of some big technologies. So we we had this big data architecture. We again had a torrid time with all these technologies. We of course succeeded, but we had a very bad time where things were not working. And so some stage you'll of course have to experiment because you know that you're going to scale in future. So do your experiments in early stage, and if at all you can fail, just fail and quickly succeed again. And so as I said, this is our strategy. I think you can take a screenshot of this one. This is one of the best strategies that a SaaS company can have. So how do we do sales, right? I mean, we have our own sales team, which is built of SDRs, pre-sales, and our own sales people. Of course, we can afford them, but a sales team of about 5 or 6 people. Now, there should be a way where it grows organically. With my sales team, and if I have a lot of money, and if tomorrow if I have 15, 16 salespeople doing sales for us, we'll still achieve less than what I can achieve by the salespeople of other companies, right? I mean, can there be a way where every AE of Salesforce, every AE of Genesis, Avaya, Microsoft Dynamics can sell our product, right? That's our core strategy. So that's what we call it as an ISV partnership, right? That's this circle, the ISV partnership. I have a very good friend of mine, Krishant, who is part of that strategy. He's ex-Freshworks head of partnerships, and me and him and Meldon together have worked on this strategy, created this diagram. Then we call it something called as an agency partners. So there are 4 major agency groups in the world: the WPPs, the IPGs, the Omnicron group, and the Dentsu group, right? And then there are a lot of agencies under these groups. So when we started it was through these agencies that we started doing business, and we are kind of scaling that worldwide, where agency network can sell our product, right? Pure organic. I just have to invest in my partnership team to get these partners, and then they will start selling our product, and we'll work out some commission kind of a thing. And then of course we have reseller partners. Sorry, this is ISV, this is reseller partners. So we reach out to the resellers of different software companies and ask them to sell our product. So this is the way we do sales, and it can grow organically, right? I mean, today, if we are able to raise funds, we don't have to put money into Google ads and Facebook ads to reach out to US and other countries. I think this is the best strategy that we have already implemented. We have a marketplace, right? I mean, how we do these integrations, right? You will never strike a partnership with someone like a Freshworks, or let's say Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics just by saying please sell our product. That will never ever happen, right? You have to build integrations, right? You have to build integrations where there is some interest for them to sell our product. So consider building an app marketplace. If you're a SaaS product, somewhere down the line, maybe 5-6 years down the line, when you have a great product, consider building an app marketplace, because app marketplace, it's more of a technical build up that we do, but that will really power your sales. And the best way to look at this strategy is to think about your customer, right? If you are very much focused on the customer excellence, then things will follow. If you focus on that, I want 10,000 customers, then probably you're complicating the whole process. But if you're having those 10 customers and you kind of draw on a paper that these are my 10 customers and what do they truly need? Our answer was customer centricity. Our answer was single source of truth. Our answer was one view of the customer, and that's where we kind of gone ahead and build these integrations. And you cannot be randomly picking the integrations and building. There has to be some strategy. So we have a very clear strategy of having chatbots, CRMs, call centers, marketing automations, collaboration tools. Beyond that, we don't go ahead and build those integrations because it is going to take a lot of time, and you really need engineering expertise. You need real good programmers who work on this. Today, Salesforce integration is a double click on our application, and it's a huge engineering work that has gone behind that. So develop something of that sort. You really have to be very good in what you're building, and then build these strategies. A journey of a startup company. I have a video, if that can be played by some. This video is by Rahul Dravid. Just go play that button. Play. This is a very interesting video, please. I mean, I've really made a lot of efforts to actually take out this video from YouTube. I want it to be played. The play button will come. Over here, you should get. No? Okay. Okay, I'll try and narrate what Rahul Dravid said. So it's a story of a bamboo, Chinese bamboo, which takes, which if it takes 5 years to grow basically, and till 5 years you will not see anything, right? But in the next 6 weeks, it will grow up to 90 feet, right? Generally people will say it took 6 weeks to grow, but what Rahul Dravid says is that it actually took 5 years and 6 years, 6 months to grow. So your typical journey of a bootstrap company can be like this Chinese bamboo, where you might have 5 years where you might be frustrated, nothing happening, but you're building that strong roots. If you focus on your product, if you focus on the right strategies, on the right culture, you're building those roots, and maybe a time will come like this Chinese bamboo, where within 6 months, within 6 weeks, you can grow, right? So it was a nice video. I'll try and send the link if that's possible. And I'm about to end my session. I have a few more things that really are important. I already said, what really matters is how intense is your intent. When we actually initially saw one product which was in our space, we went back from Vikhroli to Vashi, if you know Bombay. I mean, it takes about 1.5 hours to reach. And we were literally pulling our hair and sitting in the train, wondering, kaise hoga yaar? I mean, nahi hoega. This is impossible to build a product that will bring data from all these sources. We don't have 10,000 to invest on servers. But all we said when we went back was, ki, oh my karega, and so that sometimes you need that. You need that when you build a company. Building a company is not an easy thing. You really need to be 100% committed to it. And for that, this is one statement that has really touched me over the years. How intense is your intent. And I have a last slide, some movie dialogues that has inspired us, right? If you see Hindi movies, right? I mean, the first one is from Satya movie. Anyone has seen Satya movie, right? Okay. So the Bhiku Matre says, karna hai to karna hai. Okay? So this is one of the dialogues that I make a lot. Karna hai to karna. Second one is from Dark Knight Rises. How to climb that pit.
Yeah.
Without the rope.
Yeah.
Without the rope, right? Third one is Rancho for his excellence. And the fourth one, these are something that are very close to me. These dialogues are very close to me. And the fourth one is from Lagan movie, who says that sapna wahi pura karat hai jo unka dekhat hai. Thank you so much. Any time for questions? Of course, as I mentioned, we have a partnership team. Krishan leads that team, right? And so we thought of innovative ways of building the partners. See, there are two ways. One is definitely the tech part, where we call as an ISV partners, all these other software vendors who can be part of but it takes time. But at the same time, you can have resellers. So what we did was, every other SaaS company has resellers. If you go to their website, you'll find the reseller. Try to reach out to them and convince them to sell your product. So that's the quick reseller partner, and the agency one that I spoke about. I think we are short of time, but I'm here, happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much.